say a few words about him, and immediately came to mind was Mike Dewan. Mike and Father Elmer have a very special relationship, and they've done some very special things together. And I'd like to take credit for it because I introduced him. Please welcome Mike Dewan.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's just amazing to be here today in this space with all of you. I remember when we stood out in the dirt. I remember we stood out in the dirt at Catholic Central. Actually, there's mud over there. Ed said 5 minutes. I mean, I don't know how you can talk for 5 minutes about Father Elmer. I'd like to just share two things with you that I've learned along the journey. The first one is humility. I bet there's 5,000 students that you've taught. There's probably 50,000 people that you've met. And just the grace with which you carry yourself every day is astounding to me. When Ed said we wouldn't be here, we wouldn't. I texted my wife, I'm like, bring a handkerchief for me. Just can't thank you enough. It's just crazy. I got asked by Ed to help work on the CC project, and I was like, okay, you know. And a lot of you know the story. You know, part of the package for me being involved was that we would do for the girls whatever we did for the boys. So this place is a jewel, and it's really an oasis for young women, and it wouldn't be here without him. The way our church works, it's a marvelous structure. It's a hierarchy. Everything works from the top down. And in the food chain and the education community at the top is this guy, Father Elmer. And I remember at the beginning when we sat down with Bishop Quinn, who was over all Catholic education for like 18 years, and he said, hey, we don't need another school, we're closing schools. And Father Elmer said, you know, this school is going to lead the way back for a lot of the other schools. And I think in our little way, we've done that. What an appropriate homily today. I'm always amazed by your homilies. He always said, you know, 7 minutes. If you can't say what you need to say in 7 minutes, then don't open your mouth. And my father-in-law's down there and he's nodding. A lot of prayer. You know, his prayer life is amazing. And many of you who don't get to see him on a regular basis, if you saw at Mass today during the consecration the love that he has for Jesus Christ and his mother, that's every Mass. And you look at the life that you lead, and you ask yourself, which I do every day, how, Lord, can I make more room for you in my life? So busy. So many things going on, bills, kids, worries. For me, I've had this great grace of getting this phone call at least 2 or 3 times a week. Mike, it's Father Elmer. What are you doing for Mass today? And that has been the catalyst for why all of this is here. It's been his prayer life. And he always said to me, you know, I just want to be a tool for the Lord. And he's been that velvet hammer. He's been that guy that's in the background, accepting every person that he's met exactly where they are at on their own particular journey, and then saying, okay, I understand where you are, but walk with me for a little while, and let's walk closer to Jesus together. And it's just been amazing to participate in his doings and in his life. Every time we go to an alumni dinner at Catholic Central, and they honor a different alum every year, these guys get up one after another and they thank the same guy every year. I want to thank Father Elmer. He's meant so much to me. He's done so much for this community. I don't think in our lifetime here we'll ever realize or see the impact of what he's done. But if we do get to heaven, we're going to get to meet a lot of people who got there because of him. And I think the small appreciation, really we wanted to name the chapel after him, but he's the ever-ready bunny. He won't, there's no quit in him. So you can't name something after a living person. You can't name a chapel after a living person. So, but the fact that it's here right in the center, and the same at Catholic Central, if you've been in both facilities, you've seen the layouts are somewhat similar. He wanted Jesus Christ to be in the middle of everything. He wanted the students and the teachers and the administrators that walk up and down these hallways, same at CC. He wanted them to have a chance every time they could to walk by and acknowledge that God is in there and that he is the reason for all of this. We put in big gold letters over at CC. Jesus Christ is the reason for Catholic Central. Same here at St. Catherine's. Nothing's changed in that regard. But I would say, without Father Elmer's doing, neither one of these buildings would be here. So for this community and for years and years to come, the great grace that's been wrought through your work and your toil and your effort and your connections and your velvet hammer, we're here today. And so in some small way, but with great love in our hearts, thank you.